Viewers, Joseph here from Itax, and today I'm very glad to bring to you our weekly show, and in this week's edition we will be looking at the taxation of employment income, and more specifically how we file employment income. Well, to do that, viewers, we need to appreciate some facts here. Number one, for you to be able to file your returns correctly, you need to be given a document we call P9. Now, P9 form you get from your employer for all those people who are employed. It is mandatory for you to be given, it is your right to be given a P9 form. Well, it's not always the case, and sometimes your employer will not give you the P9. And for those who are lucky, you may get one. But nonetheless, to file your taxes, if all your income is from employment, then even if you don't have a P9 form, you don't have a problem. Why? Because KRA has simplified things for you. You'll find that so long as your employer deducts taxes from you, and they submit those taxes to KRA, all that information is in the KRA database. Okay, so this step that I'm going to show you is specifically for you if, firstly, your employer has been deducting your pay as you earn from your salary. Number two, your employer must be remitting the returns to KRA. Otherwise, if they have not been remitting the same, then KRA database lacks those deductions, those tax deductions. So you cannot use this process. So it is very important to ensure, firstly, that you have been deducted the taxes and they have been actually paid to KRA. Well, if you go through the process that I'm going to show you and you find that the system does not have any of your records, probably you need to liaise with your employer and find out whether they remitted the taxes they deducted from you. That is very important. Now, without taking much time, I want us to go direct to the process on how we file your taxes, whether you have a P9 or not. And because some people have been asking me what this P9 document is, I think it would be disservice if I don't show you a sample here. There's a P9 form for a civil servant in Kenya. You can see it is for this year, 2018. All right? And as you can see, generally a P9 should contain all these information, but basically the taxpayer's name, that is your name, and then your ID number and your KRA PIN number here. All right, and then for instance, if you were to look at these, you can see the way this one has been arranged. This one we got from the Greece, the government HR system. That's where all government employees will find their P9 forms. You can see there is a tax date here. Okay, so this column shows the number of months you've been deducted taxes. You can see this column here shows the taxable pay. And then this column here shows the pension deduction. All right, then this shows the pay as you earn, the taxes that have been deducted monthly. In this case, you see it's consistent, 2,500 throughout. And then this is the monthly personal relief. So every Kenyan is entitled to a personal relief of 1,408 shillings. Okay, now if you have to look at this taxpayer here, he has been deducted taxes for how many months? This is July, August, September, October, November, December, so 6 months. And in those 6 months, his gross pay was 192,000. Okay, he has paid a total pension of this. This is how much? 36 times that is 3361. You multiply by 6 is how much? Let me see. This is 3361 multiplied by 6 is 20,166. You can see the total PAYE deducted of 15,000 here. You can see the 6-month personal relief of 8,448. All right. Now, if we go to the system here, I need to make this a bit. Let me reduce this for a moment. Yeah, it fits into my window perfectly now. So if we come here, you just go to the return section, and then you come here, this section here. It's called ITR for employment income only. That is income tax resident. ITR stands for income tax resident for employment income only. Remember what we said. You use these is a direct way of filing your taxes. And why do you use this? If actually, number one, your employer has been deducting taxes from you, and secondly, they have been remitting the same to KRA. So we come there. Well, after clicking there, you just come and fill the tax period. In this case, it is from 1st January 2018. Once you click anywhere, it autofills to 31st December 2018. Okay, and then it asks you, do you have employment income? You tick yes. Then you press next. Perfect. Now, this is a clear indication. You see, it has pulled out the various sections. Okay. Now, our work is very easy now because we are just supposed to populate things here. Has your employer provided you with a car? Well, this guy doesn't have a car. Do you have a home ownership savings plan? Absolutely no. Do you earn any income from foreign country? The guy says no. But if you do, anyway, let us put no. Do you have a mortgage? No. Do you have a life insurance policy? No. Once you've populated that, your work is pretty simple. Just click next. And now, the moment you click next, you see the system pulls out who your employer is. You see here, this is your employer. This is the county that employs this guy. And you see, they have deducted, the gross pay they are paying this guy is 192,060 shillings, which is the very same here. Do you see, do you remember this? It is the same, all right? So ours is to click next. All this information is in the KRA database. And then there's a section M, details of PAYE deducted at source from salary. You see they're indicating it is 15,075, which is exactly this one here. Do you see? All the information is in their system. Next thing is to click next, and now it takes us to details of income tax paid in advance. If you have paid any taxes in advance, it's good. You can input the registration details here. Okay, but for case we don't have such a stuff, that is for another day anyhow. So just click next. Now the next thing is to fill this section. You see the tax computation. All right, now you're just supposed to fill two things. Number one is the pension contribution. If you have to look at this friend of ours here, he has been getting a pension deduction of 33.61, which we for 6 months we added, and it was tallying to how much? 20,166. So I just come here and I input 20,166, and wow, perfect. And then the next thing I am supposed to fill is personal leave, and all these things we are getting them from this system here. I mean from the P9 form. Okay, but if you don't have the P9 form, you definitely know for how long you've been in employment. If it is the whole year, you are going to input 80 for the whole year. I think it is 16,000 and something. I would need to confirm. Alternatively, you can come here and see how much exactly. If I input a bigger amount, more than a figure that is exceed the normal rate for a whole year, it's not going to accept it. For instance, when we put 20,000 there for a whole year, you see, it tells me the amount should not exceed 16,896. So 16,896 is for the whole year. All right. So if you've been in employment for a whole year, definitely here you're going to input 16,000 or whatever that figure was. All right. Now, most of these are, if say you come from a private entity that only pays for you NSSF, then definitely they normally deduct 200 shillings. So if they deduct 200 shillings from you, that is going to be 200 times 12 months. That is 2,400. So that is what you're going to input here. All right. But in this case, our friend, his was 2166, and then the personal relief was 8448. All right. And the moment we input that, it's supposed to show us the tax due or refund due. In this, if it is a positive, it shows the amount of money that you are yet to remit to KRA as tax. You should pay that. Or your employer is yet to remit to KRA. If it is a negative, it shows that you have a refund. KRA should refund you this amount of money. For example, in this case, our friend here is owed by KRA 5,118 shillings. All right. Why? We're just going by this P9 form or the information that we've been provided with. All right. Now, once we're satisfied with everything, we just click submit. Now, you see, it has given me some error tab and it's showing me the errors that I have. Why is it giving me this error? Because the system shows that I should be refunded some money. Now, that money KRA can decide to send me to my bank, so I need to provide them with the bank details, but they rarely refund that money. So let me just furnish them with my bank details, but in this case I just want them to pay me via M-Pesa. Yeah, you see there is M-Payment. Well, you select you want M-Pesa, all right, and then account name is let's type the account name. Okay, that is it. Where are they situated? Let's assume they are in Nairobi. Then the account number, the M-Pesa number, 07 whatever. Okay, and then you go to, you say next, and you just come up here to this section, right? And then you just say submit, and then it asks you if you should submit. If you're not sure, you can cancel. All right. I've remembered there is something I didn't input correctly on this section of name. Just a moment. This is yeah, I'm good to go now. I can now submit successfully. Submit, and then I press OK. I'm convinced everything is all right. Wonderful. Return receipt generated. And now I can be able to download the return receipt with no problem. Let's see how the receipt looks like. It's taking so long. Well, viewer, it has been a wonderful journey taking you the step-by-step guide to filing your tax returns, even when you don't have the P9 form. Well, you may be having other questions running through your mind. Don't hesitate. Just write down this video. Leave your comments. I'm going to respond to as many as I can. I wish you all the best. Make sure you file your returns and be tax compliant. Bye-bye. I remain yours, Accountant Washira Joseph.